This podcast was recorded for the New African Black Panther Party by New Jersey Revolution Radio as part of our Partnering Organizations program. To learn more about our partnering organizations, go to www.njrevolutionradio.com and click on the Our Partners tab.
Okay, we can't go nowhere without talking to the chairman real quick. Chairman, how'd it go today? I think that the energy is here. I know it's small, but the message is spot on. What are your thoughts on today's showing?
Oh man, I'm excited. I think this is an example of what we should be doing in this city here. Look, we just started this organization January the 7th of this year. And we have nearly 20 members. Some couldn't come as a result of working and other obligations. But we here today. And you see majority are young people. And they're raising their voice because their future is at stake. This is about a future where they're going to have good jobs, good education, where they're going to have good housing, instead of a prison that is being built in order to dehumanize and degrade the humanity of young people in our community. This is a shame. Ras Baraka stood against this at one time. Ras Baraka was in the streets and said that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. But now they want to build a prison right across the street from Westside High School. We got to stand against this. Any thinking person, sane thinking person in New Jersey and in around the world must raise their voice against this, because what they are saying is that mass incarceration is our children's future, and schools and jobs are not really there for them. They're saying the reason why we're building this prison because we anticipate there's going to be more crime in this community, because poverty is already here. Look around, Brian. You see it. You don't see none of this downtown where these new houses is being built, where the jobs are being built at. Talk to these people in this community. They are upset, dissatisfied, discontent, and they feel like the Baraka administration has left them behind. So we're going to hold them accountable for that. You know, if we had a white administrator here, this crowd would be bigger. Mm-hmm. You know, if we had a white administrator here, they'll be bigger. But Ras Baraka used the golden bullets of dollarism to seduce the activists in this community, and as a result, the job they have, the card they have, the status they have is more important than the child's life, more important than the child's future. But I tell you one thing, Brian, we're going to be here. This is our first day. We're going to be here. We're going to continue to be here, and we're going to chase this nappy head out of town, because we're not going to stand for a black capitalist or a white capitalist or any kind of capitalist to come into our community to take the money out of town by sundown, and Ras Baraka is doing that. Building a prison means they got to knock down those houses over there, because you got to put up a watchtower. Building a prison means you got to extend the street back some, because you got to build the perimeter gate in order to patrol that prison. So these poor people that have been living in this community all of their life, some 50, 60 years, been living in this community, will lose their housing under eminent domain or by bribery. And this is how the enemy operates. They will come and say, okay, we want this house for $30,000. Now, if you don't give it up, the government have what they call eminent domain. Right. We could take this as a result of an emergency. Is Ras Baraka going to declare eminent domain against brothers and sisters he used to march with in these streets? Think about that. Ras Baraka used to march in these streets. They shut traffic down on Elizabeth Avenue for almost a whole year because of a killing down there. And we're doing the exact same thing. What happened to those groups that was with him at that time? Our children are dying. Our children are crying. Our parents are helpless, hopeless. Our community is blighted. Where is the help going to come from? Building a prison ain't going to help. Building a prison is going to continue the mass incarceration phenomenon. You read Michelle Alexander's Jim Crow book?
I hope if my audience haven't, they need to.
She explains in that book how the new Jim Crow is the modern day version of the old Jim Crow, except it's being used within the criminal justice context. They're coming up with laws. They're coming up with restrictions, constraints, everything to impede the flow and movement of oppressed people. Ras Baraka, this is a shame. You said that you can't be an activist because you're a mayor. Well, we don't believe that. A revolutionary is a revolutionary. Whether you're in the halls of the enemy government, whether you're in the enemy prison, or whether you're on the streets, if you stand for principle, if you stand for justice, if you stand for morality, if you stand for integrity, you're going to stand against a prison being erected in your community. Don't tell me, oh, I'm a mayor today, so I can't be an activist. Fidel Castro was an activist. You telling me Fidel Castro wasn't an activist? He was the head of state. Samora Machel of Mozambique was the head of state, but he continued to be an activist. Mao Zedong, the Algerian revolutionaries, because it's not about seizing power and then your responsibility in. It's about building the nation, about building the people. Ras Baraka, they put you there because they thought you was going to build the nation, build the city. But instead, you are throwing our kids to the wolves, to the hyenas, the vulture capitalists, the hedge fund managers. They called them to Trenton the other day because he put out Monday. They said, we're going to hold a demonstration against this prison construction. The Paradise Baptist Church on 15th Avenue put out a leaflet, a flyer. And some forces, some people connected to Ras Baraka pushed that flyer to us. They said we want the new African Black Panther Party to stand with us against this prison being constructed. So we planned on going Wednesday to raise our voices in opposition to that. Instead, Ras Baraka, like a thief in the night, put out a statement saying that the prison was not going to be built, absolutely was not going to be built, therefore you don't need to demonstrate. And the forces that was connected to us withered away because Ras Baraka was able to weaken their resolve to stand against injustice.
Are you telling me a politician in New Jersey lied to you?
That's exactly what I'm saying. A politician. Ras Baraka lied to the masses of the people. I don't care about you lying to me, Ras Baraka. I'm a revolutionary. I know what lies look like. I care about you lying to the people. You said you was against the construction of this prison on West Side by West Side High School. You got called down to Trenton by Governor Murphy yesterday, and Governor Murphy said to him, nigga, who told you to make a decision without consulting with me? And you hold a press conference saying, well, our young people in the community are violent. So we do need a prison on South Orange Avenue. That is a shame. That is a crying shame. And we will not tolerate that. I'm going to put my life on the line for this here because I'm not going to allow my young people in this community to grow up being incarcerated or have an incarcerated mentality because everywhere they go, there is a prison around them. Look at this, Brian. Think about it. There's a school right there. Right in back of that school is an elementary school. Right across the street is a lot where kids play at. And right there are housing by poor people. And Ras Baraka wants to build a prison to tear this community down, to put more cops out here, put more cops on the street. Shame on you, Ras Baraka. And Martin Luther King said something. He said that, and Malcolm X said it too. Do not allow yourself to be seduced by the trappings of the enemy system because they will weaken your resolve to be strong. We say all power to the people. We say death, death. I mean this, death to this prison. And we're going to put our lives on the line. Death to this prison. And Ras Baraka, over our dead body, will we allow you to incarcerate our children's future. All power to the people.
Thanks a lot, Chairman. I appreciate your time today.
This podcast was recorded for the New African Black Panther Party by New Jersey Revolution Radio as part of our Partnering Organizations program. To learn more about our partnering organizations, go to www.njrevolutionradio.com and click on the Our Partners tab.